It took me about a fortnight to build on and off. The manual said it was easy to make. Well, I disagree. I had quite a bit of trouble with the diagrams. But anyway, finally got it done. It was quite a challenge. And you might notice there's a lot of curved plates on it. Well, in order to do that, I use this strip and plate bender, which came in very useful. So you can sort of like bend the plates without damaging them. It uses every single plate in Set 10, and even U-section plates, which you have these type of plates, which you have to bend out flat. Well, I wasn't doing that, so I actually bought extra plates. I thought that was a bit unreasonable because you'd never get them back to that shape again. What I'll do now is pan over the model so you can see it in more detail. I spent a bit of time on the lifeboats, making a better lifeboat. The lifeboats were just two flat girders, sort of like slightly bent out of shape to give a very poor looking boat shape. So I managed to do a slightly better job on that. You see there are 3 hatches to the cargo ship. And one unfortunate thing, if you look at the back, there's a sort of like a mixture of yellow and blue plates. This didn't used to be a problem with red-green Meccano, because all the plates were red. But when they went over to blue-yellow, some of the plates were yellow, some blue, and so you get this unfortunate mix. Well, okay, we'll suffer that. This is quite a good model, but very fiddly to make. Very difficult to get some of the nuts and bolts on, and the diagrams aren't that great. So let's actually see it working. So first thing is the steering, and that's actually on a suspension. I don't know if you can see that, but the front axle is on a proper suspension. Let's see the winching going on. So start the motor. And the other way. Shovel. And lift it again. Now the rear drive. Right, the rear drive's pretty obvious. There's a differential in there also, operated by a control in the cab. For the winching, there's actually 2 controls. This control here operates the drum through a friction drive, and there's actually an automatic brake on the drum, so when it's not in operation, the whole winching system doesn't come down. What's less obvious is there's another control at the back, and the job of that is to, while the shovel is lowering, it drops the shovel, makes it turn as you see it clockwise, and then as the arm is right at the base, flicking it again actually allows a little catch there to re-engage on the shovel so that it goes back into the upward position. And what forces the shovel upwards is this string here. And that is very clever. That really makes the model, in my opinion. So all in all, it's a pretty good model, but the construction, yep, fiddly, manual not too good. Also, the E15R motor you probably heard was struggling quite a bit. They could have worked out better gear reduction on it, so that it's not straining quite so much. It's automatic because the trolley at the top auto reverses, and we'll show you the mechanism for this now. The mechanisms for the Gantry crane: E15R motor, gear reduction 27 to 1 here, and then another 4 to 1 reduction through these sprocket wheels, giving 108 to 1. On this side we have the auto reverse mechanism. Watch the gear wheels at the back, and you'll see them change direction. And then back again. There's a worm drive here to a 57 tooth gear, and that operates this strip, makes it go left and right. It's joined to this rod, which has 2 gear wheels here, 3 pinions here, and the idler pinion gives the reverse of direction. Another mechanism in the trolley is the friction drive. When the trolley gets to the stop at either end, the drive might cause it to derail, so the friction drive stops the wheels and stops it from derailing. The pulley block is just tied at the same end, both strings at the far end there, and that means that as the trolley moves to the left, the pulley block goes up, and as the trolley moves to the right, the pulley block goes down. It doesn't vary in any other way. An awkward bit was derailing. It did derail at first, so it's not in the manual, but what I did was loosen all the screws along the top, put the trolley on a section, make sure it lines up nicely, and then tighten the screws, move it along a foot, and once again apply the same procedure, and it now runs quite nicely without derailing. The only other thing is to say that the whole Gantry crane is on flange wheels, so it could move away from the wall, but it's on a carpet, so I won't show you that. So the only remaining thing to do is to actually demonstrate it.